Thank you very much. The Senate will come to order. Mr. Carpenter, please take the roll.
Senators Bridges, 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 Cook, Quorum, Crowder, Danielson, Donovan, Finberg, Fields, Foote, Gardner, Gardner,
Absent.
Janal, Gonzalez,
Excused.
Hanson, Hill, Heisey, Holbert, Lee, Lundeen, Marble, Moreno, Pedersen, Priola, Rankin, Rodriguez, Scott, Smallwood, Sonnenberg, Story, Tate,
Excused.
Williams, Winter, Woodward, Zinzinger, Gardner, President Garcia,
Excused.
Madam President.
Present. With 32 present, 0 absent, and 3 excused, we have a quorum. Senator Woodward, would you please lead us in the Pledge of the United States of America?
Thank you, Madam President. Please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Approval of the journal. Senator Lee.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the reading of the Journal of Wednesday, March 4th, 2020, be dispensed with and that the journal be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bill 192, correctly engrossed, Senate Joint Resolution 17, correctly re-engrossed, Senate Bill 40, 80, 139, 171, 175, correctly revised, House Bill 1181, correctly revised, House Bill 1020, 1041, 1044, 1057, 1074, 1157, 1159, correctly enrolled, Senate Bill 617, 64, 79, and 81.
Committee reports.
March 4th, 2020, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration of Mayor's Committee following Senate Bill 183, be referred to Committee to hold a favorable recommendation placed on the consent calendar. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration of Mayor's Committee following House Bill 1176, be referred to Committee to hold a favorable recommendation placed on the consent calendar. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration of Mayor's Committee following House Bill 1175, be referred to Committee to hold a favorable recommendation placed on the consent calendar. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration of Mayor's Committee following House Bill 1174, be referred to Committee to hold a favorable recommendation placed on the consent calendar. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration of Mayor's Committee following House Bill 1080, be amended as follows as amended, be referred to Committee to hold the favorable recommendation. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology has had in consideration and had a hearing on the following appointment track means appointments to be placed on the consent calendar to confirm members of the statewide Internet Portal Authority effective June 1st, 2019, for a term expiring June 1st, 2023. William Griffin of Denver, Colorado, serves as representative of the private sector appointed. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology has had in consideration and had hearing the following appointments. Recommends appointment be placed on the consent calendar for the members of the Colorado Banking Board effective July 1st, 2019, for term expiring July 1st, 2023. Glenn Jameron of Glenwood Springs, Colorado, to serve as representative bankers and representative who resides west of the Continental Divide, reappointed. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Education, after consideration of merits committee as following. House Bill 1062 be referred to committee to hold. The favorable recommendation be placed on the consent calendar. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Education. After consideration of merits committee as following. House Bill 1108 be referred to committee to hold. The favorable recommendation be placed on the consent calendar. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Education. After consideration of merits committee as following. Senate Bill 185 be referred favorably to Committee on Appropriations. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration of merits committee as following. House Bill 1078 be referred to committee to hold. The favorable recommendation. March 4th, 2020, Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration of merits committee as following. House Bill 1050 be referred to committee to hold. The favorable recommendation be placed on the consent calendar.
Introduction of resolutions.
Senate Resolution 3 by Senators Heisey and Zenzinger concerning a recognition of Single Parents Day.
Majority Leader Fenberg.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that Senate Resolution 3 lay over to Friday, March 20th.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Senate Resolution 3 will lay over to Friday, March 20th. Change of sponsorship. The following change of bill sponsorship will occur. Senator Janal will be added as a Senate Joint Prime Sponsor with Senator Danielson and Representative Titone on Senate Bill 2176. Majority Leader Fenberg.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate proceed out of order for some moments of personal privilege.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the Senate will proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege. Senator Danielson. Senator Winter.
Thank you, Madam President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. I have some amazing friends from my Senate district that are hardworking local government elected officials, and I want to take a moment to introduce them. We have North Glen Mayor Meredith Leidy. Stand up. Mayor Pro Tem Jenny Wilford. Councilor Ashley Witkowicz, and Councilor Jessica Sandgren Thornton. Please join me in welcoming them to the chamber.
Senator Danielson.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, colleagues, for your time and attention, and welcome guests. There's a lot of young guests in the chamber. We hope you enjoy your visit today. Today I have a tribute to acknowledge an outstanding Coloradan, so I really appreciate your attention for my brief remarks. We draw our attention from time to time to youth excellence. It could be academics or athletics or music, acting, debating, community service, what have you. But today we honor a young man who has achieved true excellence and deserves a statewide honor. This is a young man who, when in middle school, he showed real promise. He's an athlete, and he wrestles. He showed true promise and came to the state tournament to watch the high school kids wrestle, the kids that were just ahead of him. And he thought, you know what would be neat? I think I had a new goal. I'm going to be a 4-time state champion. And, you know, reasonable goal for any kid to achieve. No, that's a really, really hard thing to do. So this young man, year after year, match after match, continued his efforts, continued his strive towards this seemingly unattainable goal, and he reached it, win after win after win after win. He became a 4-time state champion, but not only that, he did it with an undefeated career record. And I think about what it takes for a kid to accomplish something like this. It takes drive, determination, athletic ability, a true love of the sport, discipline, and incredibly hard work. And because of all of those things, this young man did become a 4-time state champion. He did it with an undefeated career record of 168 matches to none. He is the #1 high school senior in the entire nation, and he is from Windsor, Colorado. This young man, his name is Dominic Serrano, and we're here today to honor him with a tribute. And I'd like to, Madam President, if it's all right with you, yes, stand up. Just you stay there, though. We have rules here. Madam President, if it's okay, I'd like to read the tribute out loud.
Thank you so much. It is wonderful to have you here. Senator Danielson?
Thank you, Madam President. The state of Colorado, the Senate and House of Representatives convened in the 72nd General Assembly, hereby extend sincere commendations. We're not condemning him, we're commending him. Hereby extend sincere commendations to Dominic Serrano, undefeated 4-time state wrestling champion, Class 4A, 132 pounds, Windsor High School. The members of the Colorado General Assembly are proud to extend our deepest congratulations to Dominic Serrano on his 4th state wrestling championship and undefeated high school record. This is a monumental achievement for Dominic and the community that he has represented, truly one for the record books. We commend Dominic Serrano for his continued exceptional athleticism in the state of Colorado. We wish him the best of luck in all future endeavors, on request of Senator Jesse Danielson and Representatives Alec Garnett and Perry Buck, given this 5th day of March, 2020, state capital, Denver, Colorado. Let's just acknowledge a couple more things about Mr. Serrano. Folks, this has only been done one other time in the state of Colorado, and that young man wrestled 125 matches, undefeated. Dominic achieved that when he was a junior in high school. So I would say that he is arguably, definitely, one of the best athletes that has ever competed in any sport in this state. And he is arguably the best wrestler that has ever competed in Colorado. And this is a state of champion, great wrestlers. And so for this and so many other accomplishments, please stand with me and recognize Dominic Serrano. We said we wish him luck in his oncoming endeavors. He is headed to the University of Nebraska, which is, as you know, one of the best wrestling programs in the country. Congratulations. He's going to continue to accomplish great things. And I'd like to take one moment to acknowledge his family and friends who are here today. So if you could stand when I say your name and then just hold your applause till the end. Carla Oliva is Dominic's aunt and a friend of mine from high school. Next to her is Leticia Oliva, Dominic's sister. Next to him is Suyapa Oliva, his grandmother. Next to her is Jose Serrano, his father. Next to him is Angelica Oliva, a dear friend of mine from when we were growing up at Highland High School. And it's so great to have you here. And next to her is their family friend, Sonia Granado. Congratulations. Thank you so much, members, and we're going to go over to the House of Representatives to extend him a similar welcome and congratulations. Thank you.
I would like to ask for a moment of personal privilege as well. I don't know how to do this, I guess. Okay. Yes, Senator Todd, you are granted. Thank you. Please proceed. Okay, thank you. In 2016, Girl Scouts launched the GIRL agenda powered by Girl Scouts, a nonpartisan initiative to inspire, prepare, and mobilize girls and those who care about them to lead positive change throughout civic action. The effort celebrated the Girl Scout legacy of civic engagement that has driven generations of girls over the past century to become leaders. Although the initiative is new, encouraging girls to speak up and advocate for issues and ideas important to them is not. In fact, even before women could vote in the United States, Girl Scouts could earn the citizenship badge by displaying the knowledge of government and how to get involved. As part of the initiative, junior Girl Scouts can earn the Inside Government Badge, which teaches the girls that citizens are responsible for knowing the basics of government. To earn this badge, juniors will go well beyond the voting booth and inside government by examining laws, reporting on issues, and deciding what it means to be an active citizen. So today we have a group of dynamite young ladies. We have 14 fourth graders from the troop 65353 from Aurora, most from Rolling Hills Elementary School in the Cherry Creek School District. And after they sit in the Senate with us this morning, they have a full day of a tour of the Capitol, a tour of the Judicial Building, and a tour of the Denver Mint. They are going to see citizenship and government in action. I applaud them, I applaud their leaders, and please join me in welcoming the troop from Aurora. Thank you, girls, and have a wonderful day. Third reading of bills, consent calendar. Mr. Carpenter, please read the title of all the bills on the consent calendar.
Senate Bill 176 by Senators Danielson and Janal and Representative Tome concerning measures to facilitate enforcement of existing prohibitions against unreasonable conduct by health insurers. House Bill 1181 by Representatives Arndt and McKean, Senators Moreno and Woodward concerning the repeal of the fuel tax exemption for nonprofit transit agencies.
Majority Leader Finberg.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the passage of all the bills in the third reading of bills consent calendar, which includes Senate Bill 176 and House Bill 1181.
Is there any discussion on any of the bills? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of all the bills on third reading in the third reading bills consent calendar. Are there any no votes on any of the bills on third reading bills consent calendar? With a vote of 32 ayes, 0 noes, and 3 excused, Senate Bill 176 is passed. Co-sponsors: Senators Moreno, Rodriguez, Winter, Hansen, Fields, Bridges, Pedersen, Zenzinger, Story, Priola, Mr. Carpenter, please read the with a vote of 32 ayes and 0 noes and 3 excused, House Bill 1181 is passed. Co-sponsors: Senator Crowder, Hill, with a vote of
Yeah, do that.
For the next one? There is no next one.
third reading of bills. Mr. Carpenter, please read the title to Senate Bill 93.
Senate Bill 93 by Senator Foote and Finberg and Representative Jackson concerning protections related to mandatory agreement provisions in connection therewith enacting the Consumer and Employee Dispute Resolution Fairness Act.
Majority Leader Finberg.
Thank you, Madam President. I move Senate Bill 93 lay over until 3/9/2020.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. roll call has been called. Mr. Carpenter, please call the roll.
Senators Bridges. Bridges, aye. Cook. Cook, no. Quorum. Quorum, aye. Crowder. Crowder, no. Danielson. Danielson, no. Donovan. Donovan, aye. Finberg.
Aye.
Finberg, aye. Fields. Fields, aye. Foot. Foot, aye. Gardner. Gardner, no. Janal. Janal, aye. Gonzalez, excused. Hanson. Hanson, aye. Hill. Hill, no. Heisey. Heisey, no. Holbert. Holbert, no. Lee. Lee, aye. Lundeen. Lundeen, no. Marble. Marble, no. Moreno. Moreno, aye. Pedersen. Pedersen, aye. Priola. Priola, no. Rankin. Rankin, no. Rodriguez. Rodriguez, aye. Scott. Scott, no. Smallwood. Smallwood, no. Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg, no. Story. Story, aye. Tate, excused. Todd.
Aye.
Todd, aye. Williams. Williams, aye. Winter. Winter, aye. Woodward. Woodward, no. Zinzinger. Zinzinger, aye. President Garcia, excused.
Senator Danielson.
Thank you, Madam President. I wish to change my no vote to an aye.
Granted. With 18 ayes and 14 noes and 3 excused, Senate Bill 93 will lay over until Friday, March 6th. Second reading of bills. Oh, till Monday, the 9th. Senate Bill 93 will lay over until Monday, March 9th. Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of General Orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion is adopted, and the Senate will resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for the consideration of general orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar, and Senator Moreno will take the chair.
The committee will come to order. Mr. Carpenter, will you please read the title to all the bills on the general order second reading of bills consent calendar?
House Bill 1205 by Representative McCain and Senator Moreno concerning the repeal of the pre-1987 net operating loss deduction for individuals, estates, and trusts. House Bill 1182 by Representatives Armin McCain and Senator Moreno concerning the repeal of the sales tax exemption for sales to residents of bordering states without retail sales taxes. Senate Bill 169 by Senator Gonzalez concerning permitting youthful offenders to be housed in the same facilities as inmates that mentor youthful offenders. House Bill 1052 by Representatives Carver and Singer and Senator Gardner and Lee concerning restrictions on making public the personal information of certain employees at risk of threats relating to the administration of human services programs. House Bill 1104 by Representatives Ransom and Buckner and Senator Crowder concerning court proceedings related to relinquishment of parental rights.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move passage of all the bills on the second reading of bills consent calendar, including their associated committee reports, which includes House Bill 1205, House Bill 1182, Senate Bill 169, along with the Judiciary Committee report, House Bill 1052, along with the Judiciary Committee report, and House Bill 1104.
Is there any discussion on any of the committee reports to any of the bills on the general orders second reading of bills consent calendar? Seeing none, the question before the body is the passage of all the committee reports on all the bills on the consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee reports are adopted. Is there further discussion on any of the bills on the general order second reading of bills consent calendar? Seeing none, the question before the body is the adoption of all the bills on the general order second reading of bills consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the bills are adopted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion before the body is to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee will rise and report.
The Senate will come to order. Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Madam President. The committee has had a number of bills under consideration. Mr. Carpenter, will you please read the report?
Madam President, your committee will basically reports that serious and final task bills being second reading thereof. Makes following recommendation on Senate Bill 169 as amended passed second order gross place counter for the reading and final passage. House Bill 1205, House Bill 1182, House Bill 1052 as amended. House Bill 1104 passed second order revised place counter for the reading and final passage.
Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for the adoption of the report.
The motion is the adoption of the Committee of the Whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 32 ayes, 0 noes, and 3 excused, the Committee of the Whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 2169 as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 20-1205, House Bill 20-1182, House Bill 20-1052 as amended, House Bill 20-1104 passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Consideration of House amendments to Senate bills. Will the clerk please read the title of Senate Bill 39?
Bill 39 by Senators Fields and Story and Representatives Valdez A. and Roberts concerning updated accessibility signage in a state-owned facility.
Senator Fields and Story. Senator Story.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the Senate concur with House amendments to Senate Bill 39.
Is there any discussion? The motion is that the Senate concur with House amendments to Senate Bill 039. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 32 ayes, 0 noes, and 3 excused, the motion is adopted. Senator Fields, Story.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that for the readoption of Senate Bill 39.
The motion is the repass of Senate Bill 039. Are there any no votes? Senator Hill? Senator Smallwood? With the vote of 30 aye votes and 2 no votes and 3 excused, Senate Bill 39 is repassed. Co-sponsors.
You want me to do it?
Will the clerk read the title to Senate Bill 123?
Senate Bill 123 by Senators Fields and Bridges and Representatives Coleman and Herrick concerning the rights of college athletes in connection with establishing their right to receive compensation for the use of their names, images, and likeness, and their right to obtain professional and legal representation.
Senator Fields Bridges. Senator Fields.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the Senate concur with the House amendments of Senate Bill 123.
Is there any discussion? The motion is that the Senate concur with House amendments to Senate Bill 123. Senator Crowder.
Should be as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Madam President. You know, in looking at this amendment, I'm not sure I would go with that. I like the bill like in its original form, but I would encourage not to concur on this particular deal, because what that does is open this up to colleges and universities for lawsuits. So I don't think that's what the direction we want to go. But I do believe that without this amendment, this is a better bill. So, you know, I would just ask you not to concur, but, you know, hold where you're at. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Madam President. So the change that was made in the House is to move where in state statute this bill sits. I think this was an oversight in the original drafting. We put it in a section that would have required multiple students to be basically being taken advantage of by a university or an organization before they could file a lawsuit and try and address that. So we strongly believe that that the athletes at schools, that the intent of the bill is to give athletes at schools the ability to profit from their name, image, and likeness. And if a school is infringing on their right to do that, we don't think that the school should have to be infringing on multiple people's rights before some sort of claim can be made. So we would ask for concurrence on this to protect that individual student, not just if a group of students is being taken advantage of.
Senator Fields.
Thank you, Madam President. And colleagues, this recommendation for this amendment came from the Attorney General's office because it was in the part of the statute that deals with consumer protection, and he felt that was not the best appropriate place to have this statute at. So I urge a aye vote on this concurrence of this amendment and ask for the passage or repassage of Senate Bill 123.
Senator Sonnenberg.
Well, thank you, Madam President. And I'm trying to find the original language where it was and where we just moved it, because that also is concerning to me. Perhaps, at the risk of asking for a senatorial 5, I'll take a quick moment and have the sponsor show me.
Granted, we'll be in a senatorial 5.
Madam President, I don't want to fine on that. So we had a good discussion about this. Let's say there's only one athlete, say someone like Jeremy Bloom, who is participating in the Olympics and also participating on a sports team at a college or university. We want to make sure that if that college or university is infringing on that student's rights, that that itself is enough for a lawsuit, that it doesn't require the kind of class action, because if there's only one person participating in the Olympics, there wouldn't be a class, but it doesn't take more than one student being challenged by their university in order for a case to move forward. So by moving this out of consumer protection, the new language on page 7 of the bill as it stands had to be added because there needs to be a penalty. The penalty previously was in the Consumer Protection Act. Moving it out of the Consumer Protection Act, we needed to add this language in just to make sure the statute still did exactly what we had intended that it would do. So, in other words, the bill does exactly what it did when it left this chamber. It's just doing it in a different way without the oversight that we had about requiring a class action suit instead of a single student.
Senator Fields.
Madam President, with that explanation, I'd like to move that we repass Senate Bill 123.
Concur.
That we concur with the amendment and we repass Senate Bill 123.
We'll separate.
Are there any no votes?
I thought we did. Okay, concur.
With a vote of 32 ayes, 0 noes, and 3 excused, Senate Bill 123, or the Senate concurs, excuse me, the Senate concurs with the amendments to Senate Bill 123. The motion is the repassage. Oh, Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for the repassage of Senate Bill 123. Hopefully this is as easy as 123, although certainly the explanation of the amendments was not. My apologies for that. Thank you for your indulgence.
Thank you, and I almost jumped ahead of you. Are there any no votes to Senate Bill 123? With a vote of 32 ayes, 0 noes, and 3 excused, Senate Bill 123 is repassed. Co-sponsors. Senator Foote, Senator Williams, message from the governor.
Wednesday, March 4th, 2020, Colorado Senate. Honorable members of the Colorado Senate, pursuant to the authority vested in the office of the governor of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to inform you that I have approved and filed with the Secretary of State the following acts. Senate Joint Resolution 3 Water Projects Revolving Fund Eligibility List approved on Wednesday, March 4th, 2020 at 12:03 p.m. Sincerely, Jared Polis, Governor.
Would the Senate choir please come to the well? Members, today, Senator Woodward's birthday, and we are lucky for him and to have, with our new addition to the Senate chamber, the choir will get a little help from the talented Taylor Boyer. So we actually have live music in the Senate chamber. How exciting is that?
How old do you think Woodward is?
All right. Senator Woodward, front and center.
5'1".
Older and wiser.
Like 42.
He looks like he's blushing a little.
You look like you're 42. Oh, good.
Happy birthday
to
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Senator Woodward. He's 51 years old.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, we gotta talk to him about what he chose.
Thank you so much, Taylor. We will definitely invite you back and have a whole rendition. We'll have a duet maybe with you and the president. Announcements. Senator Janal.
Thank you, Madam President. The Senate Local Government Committee will meet in 15 minutes, and we're hearing two bills, House Bill 1029 and House Bill 1093. See you in 15 minutes.
Senator Winter.
Thank you, Madam President. Transportation and Energy will meet in 15 minutes. We are back in our normal room of 352, and we will be hearing 1167, 1030, and 1155.
Senator Story.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam President. Today is Youth Lobby Day at the Capitol and fighting for plastic pollution. And they will be gathering in room 112 from noon to 1. And while I'm at it, may I have a moment of personal privilege?
Senator Story.
Thank you. Just a little bit ago, we had a number of youth that were in the back corner there with green capes on, and they're from a local elementary school, and they are part of the green team and fighting for plastic pollution. So if you see the little folks wandering around the Capitol in their green capes, say hello, and then join us at in room 112 from noon to 1. Thank you.
Senator Sensinger.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, we will have a Senate Appropriations Committee meeting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We will be hearing House Bill 1095, House Bill 1148, House Bill 1158, Senate Bill 23, Senate Bill 33, Senate Bill 42, Senate Bill 57, Senate Bill 96, Senate Bill 104, Senate Bill 110, Senate Bill 118, Senate Bill 130, Senate Bill 156, and Senate Bill 178. We will be over there in LSBB, and I hope you will join us.
Also want to call attention to, we have a group of students that are in our Capitol today that are IB students. If you see them wandering around, please welcome them and ask them to tell you all about IB and why they have made that choice. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate recess until 11 a.m. today.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The Senate will recess until 1 p.m., 11 p.m., or 11 a.m. It is only 11 a.m.